5-second challenge. I'm gonna give you all 5 seconds to look at these two photos and tell me which Yu-Gi-Oh card is the fake one. You figure it out? If not, stay tuned because I'm going to discuss which one is the real one and which one is the fake one. What is up, all you beautiful people? Oh, shoot. Oh. What is up, all you beautiful people? It is I, AkemiTCG, back here with a brand new video. Before we get right into this video, I have a couple announcements to make. One, I am a TCGPlayer affiliate, so if you buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards or pretty much any cards from any card game, barring a couple card games from TCGPlayer, then you can get support for this channel. There's gonna be no discount to you, no discount to me, unfortunately. However, you're not paying any extra. If you're already buying from that site, you just click on the link, buy from that site, buy whatever cards you usually buy. Maybe new cards from the new set, Battle of the Legend Armageddon. You'll get it for the same price, and you'll also be supporting this channel simultaneously at the same time. If you have been with me for a while, pretty much all the proceeds go right back into the channel, because if you look at my past videos, the quality's not, you know, this. Secondly, I am starting to launch my own ORICAs. If you want custom ones, please let me know. The rates will be in the description down below, and also the link and details on how to order said ORICAs. Pretty much, I make them the way you want it to. There's a flat price that I make on ORICAs that have a certain template. That'll be down, but if you want custom, like want me to Photoshop some things for you guys, I got you. I can do that. I got you. Details all down below. And lastly, TCG, which is pretty much the guy that got me into YouTube, has sent me one of his things, and we're gonna review it really fast. Alright, we got the mail from TCG. Let's crack open the package. I'm gonna try to avoid getting my address leaked before y'all send me stuff. Whoa, look at this beauty. Crusadia Echomax Field Center. Compared to a real Yu-Gi-Oh card, it's roughly about the same size. Slightly more like a standard Pokemon card size, but like a little bit more on the vertical edge. It feels really, really nice. This is like really good, like it's really good. The back has like these nice ridges on it, which you can feel. Not sure if that was intentional, but it's really nice touch. Nice silhouette of Echomax. Oh, this is gonna be great. I'll definitely use this as like a center. It feels super, super nice. I like it. So if y'all interested in this, you know, Crusadia gang, Echomax gang, y'all interested in this, his link to his channel will be in the description, and you can find the Echomax field centers there. Anyways, there's a lot of things going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh community that I do want to address, and pretty much one of the things is, if you ever open Toon Chaos or Legendary Duel Season 1, some of the cards that you get out of these packs, literally you'll be opening out of the packs, in the back there'll be damage, or there might be some visible damage in the front too. I actually ordered a Toon Chaos pack, or I bought a Toon Chaos pack from Walmart rather, and I opened it, and some of the cards were already bent when I opened it, and I'm like, wait, this is a sealed blister. We should be getting our money's worth. So on top of that particular issue, there's another issue that's going up as of recent. I was scrolling down Facebook and I saw something disturbing. In the group chat I was in, there was a picture of a Prismatic card, a Prismatic Winda, the Wind Charmer, and I was shook because everybody in the chat was like, that looks like a real card, but it's not. It was a fake one. And that was the same picture that I showed earlier, where I compared my Winda and the fake Winda. And I don't want all of you to get scammed, okay? Because I know the seller is going to be selling this sort of stuff, these fake ORICAs. I don't go towards that territory because I don't want any, you know, issues with Konami. I do make ORICAs, but not at that degree of like legitimacy where you can use them in duels. But here's a couple issues I can see with this. Okay, So one is people are going to be using these prismatics, and they're going to be using them in duels where they're paying a fraction of the price. Like the prismatic Appaloosa is upwards of 1K right now. If you buy a ORICA one, that would cost about maybe $15 or $16 US, maybe plus tax and shipping, but that's way less than paying the 1K or even the $80 or $90 price tag for a regular Appaloosa. And since it's a prismatic, and like, usually if somebody uses a prismatic against me in a duel, I just be like, oh yeah, that's fine. You just brush it off, because they're like, the instant stigma that you receive from seeing someone play as a prismatic is they have money. So that's one, people using fake ones in duels, which you can call them out on, by the way. If you go to a regional or event, then using fake cards, call them out. Do it. Secondly, another issue is there is a big drop, or rather, yes, there is a big drop in the number of prismatics that are in the market because people keep buying them out. If you can make them look super legit and even take fake photos, put them on TCGPlayer, then sell them to the prospective buyer, and if they're not adjusted to the issue, they don't know this is an issue, then buyers could be getting scammed of prismatics. Like, you can get a fake win, and if it looks super legit, like the one I showed in the photo, then you just got scammed a lot of money because it's not a real card. You're like, it's like buying fake shoes. If you're buying fake shoes and they advertise it as real shoes, then you just got ripped. You just got scammed. So you have to be wary of that. And what I'm gonna do is just basically look at these two photos. I'm gonna dissect down every single thing wrong with these photos, so you cannot be scammed, because I don't want you to get scammed. I don't want any of my viewers to get scammed. I don't want anybody to get scammed, because it sucks. It's happened to me before with different issues getting scammed in real life, and I just don't want it to happen to any of you. We are back in the den. So here's the thumbnail photo blown up without the writing on it, and also the photo you all saw earlier. Did you figure out which one is real or fake? You're gonna find out in 3, 2, 1. Boom! The left one is the real one. It's a photo of my fan, my finger, or my own card. And on the right side is the fake one. I did edit the fake one a little bit so the lighting's slightly better, because the guy who took the picture of it, his camera's like low-key potato, like low-key. But there is 6 problems with just the front side of the card. Don't get me started in the back side. You guys haven't seen the back yet, but I don't want any of you to get scammed, so I'm just gonna point out every single problem I see with the fake card and compare it to the real one. You're looking at these two pictures. This is live, and let's go right into it. The first one, the lettering or the wording, that's number 1. So on a real Yu-Gi-Oh card, it has embossed lettering, where if you buy a foil card, this does not apply to supers. It only applies to rares and everything higher except for supers. They use some kind of stamp, or Konami uses some kind of like the best way to put it is literally just a hot stamp to stamp the name onto the card. As you can see here on the left side, that's why the Wind Charmer Verdant, the name on the left is so kind of like embossed. You can actually see it, kind of like physically goes out of the card. If you touch the lettering on a rare, or ultra rare, or secret rare Yu-Gi-Oh card, you're gonna feel that the lettering, you can feel the etchings of each individual lettering, and this fake one does not have those etchings. It's just flat. So it's already 1. That was a pretty, it's slightly hard to see, but when you put it side by side, you can see it a little bit better. But if you've never seen a prismatic, it's gonna be a little bit tricky to pick out. Secondly, the arrows, literally all of these arrows. So Konami pays, or the manufacturer pays, extremely good detail to where the foiling takes place. So it's not taking place in the arrows themselves, so it gives it like the extra pop effect, and it's slightly harder to replicate, so they have like a certain stamp. So see how like the non-link arrows don't have a shine to it, but then the actual link arrows do have a shine to it. So this was done correctly. but the non pointed link arrows shouldn't have any sort of shine to it at all, and I'm pretty sure that was intentional of Konami. And on that note, the picture. So on the left side, you see how like her figure along with her spirit animal that she's holding, it kind of pops out. But in here, it's all flat. Okay, that part's not shiny, and it actually gives it a nice 3D effect if you look at the actual card. But on the fake one, it gives it kind of like it's just flat. There's no shine to the card, or there's no shine to the outside of it, and it's especially apparent if you look at her hair on the picture on the left side. There's a shine to her hair, but not to her face. So that's a really close attention to detail on that part. But otherwise, the picture, it's pretty good. From the naked eye, it looks pretty good. You look closer, then you can clearly see that there's some consistencies that should be hit, but shouldn't be hit. And I'm pretty sure Konami made these prismatics this way, so it's just harder to replicate. But not gonna lie, the guy on the right, pretty good job. Thirdly, or fourthly, I don't remember the number I'm on. The text right here, too big. Way too big. Okay, if you look at the one on the left, my chair's like kind of covering it, but you look at the one on the left, the text is not that big. It just kind of flat. It almost looks like it's the wrong text. Like the font is just off. That's it. It's just like maybe like 1.5 font size is too big, and that made it super obvious when I first saw it. So that's one of those. And nextly, this is a big one. Okay, the whole entire text box. Let me just the whole thing, man. The whole damn text box. If you look at the real one, the text box is not foil. There is no foiling, prismatic looking line starlight, extreme, super special, awesome shininess in any of the box. Nothing. And here, it's there. And the reason why Konami doesn't want to do that is because they want all the cards to be legible. And that was actually the main reason why Konami chose not to allow Imperial Duelists or Imperium Duelist sleeves in tournaments, because people have gotten sieges looking at really shiny cards, and it doesn't help if you have to read the effect of the card. So that was one of the reasons. Also, it just looks better that way too, honestly. If you can clearly read the card, as in for the one in the right case, you might have to put it under a certain light or lighting to read it better. So that is another inconsistency there. Next is a big one, is the Anubis seal. So Yu-Gi cards, all real ones have a stamp to it, like a Konami stamp. That's what we call the Anubis stamp, and it's silver if it's a non-first edition card, and gold if it's a first edition card, barring a couple of exceptions in like really old sets. So see on the left, the Anubis sign, you can see it. You can literally see the 4 Millennium eyes on the one on the left, but on the one on the right, it's just kind of flat. Because it's just really hard to replicate that. That's just the bottom line. I think it's been done before by some ORICA makers, but I've never seen it replicated to that degree. And I'm not gonna lie, this is the best. The one on the right is the best replica I've seen of any card in a very long time. And last but not least, just the front side. I'll get to the back side in like a split second, okay? Is the edges of the card. So even when Konami makes misprints, this is relevant by the way, even when Konami makes misprints, the cuts are still clean. Because the way Konami makes Yu-Gi-Oh cards, to my understanding, is they do not use any sort of sticker. They just literally print right on the card. I've never seen the inside of a Konami place, and I'm pretty sure all the workers have a NDA agreement, so they can't tell anybody about it. But basically, how this card works, or how this particular ORICA is made, is usually there's a really good printer, usually a laser printer, to get this kind of quality for transparency, and then they just stick it onto a foil Yu-Gi-Oh card that's been blanked out. And see the edges here? You can see that they've been tampered with, and so that's a big sign. You could argue that's Edgewear, but I guarantee you can peel off this card, the whole entire front of the card, and it will come straight up. And that's a huge, huge, huge telltale sign. Now let's go to the back. Yo guys, don't get me started on the back. Okay, this should be protocol for anybody looking to buy Prismatics online. Make sure you have them send a video. If you're skeptical, and usually your gut will tell you if you're skeptical. If you're skeptical and the card's real, it's probably not. Have them send a video of the front and the back of the card, so I don't see temperament with it. But this guy just straight up made the card in the front and then flipped it in the back and just took a picture of it. And let me, oh boy, let's just highlight the problems, okay? Is legitimately the back of a real Yu-Gi-Oh card. You cannot dispute that. It's a real back. But is it a real card? No. And here's why. So, like I said before, a lot of these ORICAs, how they're made is they'll get like a shiny foiling on the Yu-Gi-Oh card, rub it off, and then put a sticker on top of it. That's mainly how they're made. Some people, like me, like adds additional layer of processes to that to make it better and more clean, because I want a high quality product. One of the things is literally this. It's hanging off the edge. You can see the remnants of the sticker, the leftover sticker on the left. The guy did not care enough to trim the edges of the card so it looks cleaner, because it does help. But that's the remnants of it, and that's definitely 100% the sign that's fake, because like I said before, it's gonna peel right off. If you want to make it a little bit more discreet, you would trim off the edges, although the quality in the front will suffice. If you trim it down and you either get a nail filer or something, smooth it out, then it'll be less obvious that it's not a real card. Secondly, you see this, some black edgeware, because the process of cleaning out Yu-Gi-Oh cards, if you're not careful enough, will cause some edgeware onto said Yu-Gi-Oh card. And for Prismatic, there may be some exceptions to people who do this. Maybe they don't know the value of the cards, maybe there's a little kid and they put it in their pocket. It could happen. But edgeware like this is not normal, because this is Discoloration edgeware. This is like you have to submerge this Yu-Gi-Oh card in water in order to receive this sort of edgeware. So you see those two things, like even if you didn't look at the front and you just look at the back and you just see this on the left here, done. That's it. Done. Not a real card. Anyways, that is it for the video. Please share this with your friends. Let them know that there's fake Prismatics out there so they don't get scammed too, because I know there is going to be, unfortunately, people that will get scammed by this. And I do not want that to happen. I want y'all to have legitimate Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If you want to buy these just for novelty, that's fine too. I don't mind if you do that, but please don't scam people. Please don't do that. That does not feel good. I'm AkemiTCG. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.
The world ends now.